Hello everybody, GrayStillPlays, and we're here checking out a game called Subsistence. If you've been with the channel for any length of time, you actually know that I've played this game in the past. And now that the channel has grown a little bit, I thought I would go back at least so I could expose more people to this game. I don't know if this is going to be a series or not. Kind of a little bit up to you guys. Feel free to let me know, but I wanted to kind of inform more people about this game. So Subsistence, if you look at it, it's beautiful, isn't it? It almost looks like heaven. The sun rising up over the mountainsides. The only difference is, it would be heaven if heaven had killer wolves and bears everywhere. Yes? In Subsistence, our job is to survive, and I guess subsist, in this... Oh, that is a giant body of water. That was not there the last I played. And subsist in this place that we have been dropped off in with really basically nothing. I think that's a chicken over there. It is. So I'm going to chase this chicken real quick. Seems kind of odd, but trust me, it's very, very important. Hopefully I don't get killed by a wolf while I'm doing this. I'm also jumping while chasing this chicken. The reason why is because chickens have like tremor sense or something. If you're in the air while you're chasing them, they don't know that you're behind them. So what you do is you wait for them to stop, then you jump, and then you grab them. And now we have a chicken. Anyway, Subsistence is what I would consider a fairly difficult survival game. Now recognize, if you're one of the people that are like, Gray, I play the interloper on Long Dark, and it's basically like crocheting. I don't really have to do very much at all. I just win without trying. You're in a very small part of the population. The rest of the people I talk to about mostly survival games, they're like, I died in the first 30 seconds. And I'm like, I can relate. So, Subsistence is kind of one of those games. I'm playing on normal, which means that it is one life. So we're YOLOing this right now. If I die, the game's over. There's also like a hardcore mode. It also means that the creatures are very, very interested in probably killing me, should they get the opportunity. And the creatures in this game will kill you. This is not a game... You see that we have an axe on us. This is not a game where we're going to be fighting bears and wolves with a freaking axe. Which is pretty realistic, because in real life, I doubt you'd want to take on a grizzly bear with an axe anyway. Or really even a wolf. That's probably not the most greatest of all earthly ideas, especially when there's really no medicine. Okay, did you hear that right there? Yep, right there. There's a wolf right there sniffing at the air. So one of the things that the game does, if you're brand new to it, I'll kind of explain a few things here and there while I miss a bunch of boxes and you can yell at me later. There are boxes in this game everywhere, by the way, and they are our lifeline to success and survival in the beginning because we can't generate anything on our own. So all the stuff that we need are kept in little boxes, as well as all these different little fibrous plants and blueberries and stuff like that. So one of the things about this game is there's two basic stages for it. There's the gathering beginning phase and like the building subsisting phase. Right now we don't have jack crap for the most part. I mean, we have a chicken on us, and now we have some like electronics and some cloth and stuff like that. But that is not enough to get us at all set up for what we need to do. We're going to need a lot more stuff. There's a wolf right there. Actually, if you keep walking that way, I'll keep walking this way, and we can call each other bros and have a good day. How does that sound, Mr. Wolf? Oh, there's a chicken right there, too. The chickens are so good because you need to balance your fruits, vegetables, and your protein. That's kind of unusual for a game. I kind of like it. Hold on. I think we can grab this if I crouch down and don't piss this wolf off, and that worked out really well. If you crouch in the game, it's kind of like stealth. It allows you to get to things closer without pissing off the wildlife. Pissing off the wildlife is the #1 way to get yourself killed in Subsistence. So, what we're doing right now is we're getting all these different boxes. And again, a lot of my attention goes toward commentary. Some of my attention goes toward looking for bad creatures that want to eat my testicles. And the rest of my attention sort of goes toward trying to find the boxes and stuff. So I'm going to miss a bunch of them. If you like yelling at Gray for missing stuff, then you're going to have a fantastic time. That's a grizzly bear. And a grizzly bear is pretty much the toughest animal in the game. Now this game is kind of interesting. Some people in the beginning drew this game with a lot of comparisons to Rust. And in a way, it is very single-playery Rust-like. It's much more focused on the single-player aspect, though. It's a single-player game right now. I know there is a lot of talk and interest in multiplayer, but the idea is that we alone must function in this world, and if we do something in particular, which is create a base command unit, which is kind of like, oh, this box is exactly what we want, which is basically the unit that will power our base, literally give our base power. People called hunters will begin to come into the zone, and much like their name says, they will build a base themselves and do everything that the player would do, except they get pissed off by seeing us existing in the same area that they're in, and they will try to kill us with great and strong fervor. These boxes here are, like, I would call these like your construction style boxes. They have things like cords in them. They have this, which is really important, which is electrical components. The electrical components are what are going to allow us to make our base command unit. We're not really in a rush to make it, but making it does give you a lot of good things. It gives you your very first lockpick, which can be used to open epic chests. Well, I call them epic chests. Everyone calls them something different. They're basically like the elite of all chests. They have tons of good, high-level stuff in them all the time, and they're always worth it to open if you have a lockpick. It also gives you a homing beacon, so you can always find your home if you don't want to use the gangster way, which is basically the sun. So if we remember what the Red Hot Chili Peppers had to say to us, which is, the sun may rise to the east at least, then we know that if we keep the sun as it rises to our left, then we will be heading north. And I do kind of want to head north, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Right now, I'm mainly just looking for a ton of resources, because as the sun is up, this is when we want to get our scavenging in. I can't even really record at night because the nighttime is that dark. It is legit freaking dark, and it's horrible. I haven't even been chopping wood down. That's another thing that we're going to need. We are going to need a lot of wood. Consider how much wood you would probably need in a survival game, and then triple it, because that's what we're going to need. Not only that, you need nails and cordage and stuff like that, and that's why it's very important to find all these different freaking crates with their delicious bounties laying around. Yes, Crate Molestation Simulator. Go. If you have trouble getting lost, one of the things that you can do is follow the fencing. The zone is kind of like fenced in, so to speak. See this right here? This is what keeps you from going any further. But I've noticed that things can spawn outside of the fence. So you can get like boxes and stuff outside of the fence. Kind of annoying. Especially when it's right there taunting you, saying, ha ha ha, you scumbag, you can't touch this. Moving over here, I'm just going to keep getting a couple of these different plants and stuff like that. And I'm also trying to figure out where I want to put our base. I think I'm going to put our base in a water source because the water source is brand new. It's kind of cool. I want to abuse it because you can get, oh, here's some steel. Or some scrap metal, I should say, which is also very important. You can get kelp out of the water, which you can use for like a little bit of, wow, there's a lot of boxes over in this area. You can use for a little bit of nourishment, but you can also use to feed animals. And animal husbandry is in the game. Our chicken died for being in our possession, and ooh, man, there's some scrap metal right there too. Hold on, I'm gonna grab it. Nope, never mind, not gonna grab it. I'm just kidding. We're going to back up now and not have to deal with that bear over there. Whenever you see a creature, it'll always give you an auditory kind of like growl or annoyance. Just start pressing S. Because in general, if you manage to run into it, you can get away from it by just backing the hell up. It's an excellent way to stay alive. Anyway, you can use the kelp to feed animals. There's animal husbandry. You can breed rabbits and chickens and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff you can make in this game. Actually, real quick, I'm going to grab this box, and then I'm going to show you a little crafting area. And this is only part of the crafty stuff. Oh, wow, that is a ton of nails. Holy crap. Over here, we have a weapon area, a kind of like basic stuff area, which has all your campfires and cordage and stuff like that. This is some stuff for the base itself. Walls, ceilings, stairs, ammo, bandages and such, and then clothing. It's all important. All of it. You pretty much want all of it. The clothing, I would say hold off on the crap clothing and just wait until you can get the best clothing. The heavy stuff, which you need better cloth and things for, and we will be getting that eventually. I don't know how far I'm going to get in this game. Like I said, it's kind of up to you guys. There's one thing I learned way back when. I always felt like, I don't know, almost like dirty asking people to like, I don't know how you say it, like drop a like or hit the like button or something like that. But now I see how important it is in a way of judging interest. Because I think a lot of people are just happy watching the video and not really having an opinion one way or the other. So the like button genuinely helps people understand if they should continue something. So please, feel free to abuse the living hell out of the like button as much as you wish. It won't call the police, I promise. Just wandering around, getting boxes and the like. We do have some ammo on us, which is kind of nice. These boxes over here are kind of like your, I don't know, kind of like your materials boxes. Those one there. There's 4 different types from what I can see. There's like a construction box, which is your plain old... Is that chicken right there? Oh, it is. Oh, you dirtbag chicken. Come here, buddy. Come here. I want to eat you. Well, actually, I want to catch you. And then... Yeah! Wolf right there. Level 3 wolf. Yes, the animals have levels in this game. The levels basically give them more hit points, and they also means that they drop more stuff when you kill them. And I don't really advocate killing wolves with a handgun. It takes 5 shots if you're dead on every time. And this is not the type of game where you're going to be spraying and praying. Every single shot in this game is insanely precious. So anyway, ammo box right over here. This is the other type of box that there is. Has some arrows in it too, which is kind of nice. There's a hunting bow. All we need is sticks and cordage. Oh my god, you need a crap ton of cordage to make it though. So the bow is very good, and it is something that I want to get, because bow hunting these chickens and also rabbits is going to be super important for us to keep our protein levels up. Because again, getting the blueberries and apples and stuff like that, that's pretty easy, because a blueberry or an apple can't really run away. But the chickens and the rabbits are a little bit different. And the problem is that you can catch a chicken. This is a lot of plants right over here. You can catch a chicken pretty easy, but you are not going to catch a rabbit. Rabbits run like a friggin' little mobile hurricane. Well, I guess hurricanes are always mobile. Oh, is that a chicken right there? Yep, it is. Okay, hold on. If we can grab this chicken, it's gonna be big. Oh, you're gonna be dinner, chicken. Come here. Come here. Don't you run. Don't you run from me. All right, wait. I think he's heading toward the water. Oh, don't head toward a wolf. Okay. I just gotta time my jump a little bit better. Right about now. And now again. Yes, we got him. Okay, good. Sometimes if you time it just right, you can get a double jump on the chickens, and you can gain a whole lot of distance. If you can, you want to get roughly 3 chickens a day. Roughly. If you can. 3 chickens a day will keep you well-fed protein-wise. Well, not well-fed protein-wise, but it'll make it so that when the daytime comes, you have enough protein to keep that sprint bar up. As we lose our nutrition, our sprint bar is going to begin getting hits, basically. It's not going to regenerate as fast. And then eventually, you take malnourishment. You actually take damage from not having the right food in you. All right, we got another box over here. So you've been running your ass off like a wild man for the last while. Oh, here's a health box, or a medical box, I guess I'll call it. These usually have supplies like bandages and things like that. Now you're exhausted, what do? Now is the time to break out the axe and start beating the living crap out of trees. Now, if you're a baller, I always press the friggin' E key instead of the F key like I'm supposed to, although I guess I could rebind it. If you're a baller, you can grab the wood before it hits the ground as you beat the living hell out of the trees. There is another chicken right there. I think there's a wolf or a bear over there, too. I also saw a box over here, which we are going to grab right quick. If I can scare that chicken away from the vicious animal that would eat my flesh, I think I'd like to do that. Is there a box up there? Sometimes you can use your pistol and zoom in a little bit. That is definitely a box over there. I think I want to grab that. There's also another chicken right here. Hold on, let's see if we can grab this chicken. And we don't have a ton of stamina, so I want to be kind of good at this. All right, oh, no. All right, bear over there. Bear, are you pissed off right now? Yeah, he's starting to approach. Okay, so the bear just went into level 2 bear unhappiness mode, which is where you piss them enough off to the point where they will follow you for a short ways. If you just keep moving, usually they will give up the ghost. Is that a box, like, freaking sideways on this rock? What in the hell? Whatever, there better be some good freaking loot over here, because I'm about to do some freaking acrobatics in order to get this thing. Go ahead and crouch down for this. There we go. That worked out pretty good. We have 2 boxes up here on this stony area. Ooh, blueberries. That's what I'm talking about. One of the things that you can do... Did that just despawn? It looked like a box just despawned over there. I'm not happy about that. One of the things that you can do is you can take your water, which we don't have a lot of right now, and you can mix it into berry water. I'm actually going to drink some of this. For whatever reason, the berry water gives you more nutrition than just the regular berries. So, somehow, mixing the berries with water ups the caloric intake. I don't know why. It's just a thing that happens in the game, alright? Just do it and be merry. This really is a beautiful game, though. I love the friggin' look of this game. It's just gorgeous. I don't know what it is. Like, I feel so at ease when I'm playing this game, even though, like, every 10 feet, everything wants to kill me. It's just one of those games. We need... Oh, it's another chicken over there, as well as a black bear. And then I think there was a freaking grizzly bear over that way. This is one of those games where it's I don't know, it's like spikes of anguish and pain. So in one moment you're like, oh, it's so majestic, look at the trees, look at the leaves falling. And the next moment you're like, oh, there's 300 bears surrounding me, my life sucks balls. We need to get more water, big time, because water is going to be a real issue for us. We just don't have enough right now. I've been concentrating a little bit on, like, talking and explaining, and probably not enough on finding things in the boxes, but that's how it goes. It's YouTube, baby. You gotta trade one thing for another. This right here is an epic box. Right there. Taunting me right in the face. It'll despawn by the time I can get back to it, so I'll never be seeing that again. Well, we'll see it again when we're wandering around, but it just sucks that we had to see it before we built up our base. I probably have the materials to build a base command unit. I actually don't want to put one down quite yet, though. Remember to always chop wood when your little tootsies are tired as you run for your life all the time. There we go. That was some baller technique right there. Getting those wood chunklets before they hit the ground. You could also not be a scumbag and walk everywhere. That's totally fine, too. I just find myself running because I need to cover more distance for the episode. Those right there are metal nodes. You can beat them to death with your axe if you want to get things from them. I wonder if I can hit this one from here. Sometimes you can actually jump and get them if you want to. All right, let's go into the water. I've never messed with the water yet. I want to see that. I'm assuming those plants are the kelp. Yep, they sure are. Now, how do you swim here? I'm kind of getting stuck on the floor. More kelp here. Also, I don't know if there is a breath meter or what. Like, I don't know if it's our stamina or whatever have you. Let's go ahead and grab a little bit more kelp over here. The kelp is actually going to be very, very important for us to keep us alive because I don't think we're going to have a ton of ways to get food for a little while. All right, so you can hold your breath for a pretty decent time. That is not bad at all. Actually, that's pretty lucky, to be quite frank. Another thing you can do is you can press V, and that's how you kind of see your dude. I don't know, you guys like third person or first person? I played this game so much in first person that I pretty much got used to it. Feel free to let me know in the comment section what you like more. First person, third person. I know third person can be a little bit better because it allows you to see around corners a little bit easier. Man, we are losing the light pretty quick. You get 30 minutes of daytime. So you've got to use it pretty much as best as you can. The only thing is that I feel like I feel like the targeting on this is different. That's weird. Like, I couldn't get that box there. It was kind of weird. So maybe first person is definitely the way that you want to get boxes. Oh my god, we are so low on freaking water right now. I can't believe that. I've been so unlucky when it's been coming to water. But that's just the way it is. Another box looming around here, 16 degrees Celsius. The temperature goes down. Man, still no water. The temperature goes down very, very quickly at night. And you will freeze if you do not have a fire going. So that's kind of the other reason that you want to get those better clothings. Because that helps with the, I'm going to leave that ore alone. We don't have time to be beating up ore right now. I got to find boxes. That's one of the things that will allow you to be able to explore a little bit easier at night, is having better clothing. And realistically, at night, what I typically do is I keep myself fairly malnourished at night, knowing that I won't be able to run that far. And I kind of like, you know, just get trees. I beat up trees and get wood. And maybe look very close to my base, but I don't go very far. Because then in the daytime, I load up on protein and food, so I'm like well fed and I can move really fast. And then the daytime, I go ahead and hit it as hard as I can. Right now, we are almost completely out of protein. I see a couple of boxes This could be our savior over here. Our stamina bar is doing craptastic because, man, nothing. Tons of electronics, but absolutely no water bottles. And I mean, I'm not gonna hate on the electronics. Okay, now, the health box usually has water. Come on. Nope. Not a damn bit. No water at all. So this is one of the things that makes the game hard. Now, eventually you can build a structure called a wellhead, and that will allow water to come to you. It basically drills for water. And you trade power in your base for the ability to make water bottles. And it is a very worthwhile trade. Because as you see, if you're like me and you don't get any good luck, you can be screwed pretty quickly. So one of the things we're going to have to do now, because night is going to come pretty quick, we have another 3 minutes or so of daytime, is I'm going to need to start getting some wood, because we're going to need a fire, we're going to need to cook those chickens, and then I'm basically just going to have to huddle sadly around my fire until the daytime comes, so I can head back out. Alright, there's a box right there next to a wolf. If that wolf continues to piss off a little bit, I can probably get that box. The problem is that nighttime is... Yeah, that wolf is just looming right around that box. I hate you so much, wolf! You freaking canine whore! Why do you have to do this? Oh, shit. Okay. Alright. Yep, you win, wolf. You win. Oh, the wolf is doing the sniffy thing. It is coming toward us, and I do not have enough stamina to run away. So quite frankly, we are not going to tangle with the wolf. We are going to walk away. The wolf has his day, but at some point we will have ours. Sun's going down. I told you it gets dark quickly. Probably already you can see how excruciatingly dark it is. You gotta be kidding me. Still no water. Come on, man. But the lack of finding water has caused me to stay out way past where I would normally stay out. Oh my god, there's a bear there, there's a wolf there, and there's another bear down there. So yeah, I've stayed out way past what I would normally stay out, and way past what I would suggest anyone normally stay out in, because again, the darkness is just going to make it that much easier for us to run into a piece of wildlife and possibly get insta-jibbed. We do have... How many bullets do I have in this thing? Let's find out. We have 7 bullets, so I can kill pretty much anything if I have to. We have a little bit of a light source over here. It doesn't really do very much. Look at the darkness. It's haunting, isn't it? Freaking crazy. Oh, okay. Sweet. We found a water source. This is actually what I wanted. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start building here, wherever here is. I have no idea where this is. We're gonna build, I think I see a rock right over here. Yes. Oh, there's a box right over here too. Give me that water. Give me everything I want all in one shot. No, nothing. We do have some biofuel. That's what that little urine jar looking thing is. I'm gonna go up here. Ugh. I'm gonna go up here as far as I can, actually. This will give us some protection from some of the predators. If we can get up this damn thing. Oh, there we go. Up here. There we go. Yeah. We're gonna go up here. And this is going to be our little happy spot for the moment. This is where I'm probably going to make... Can I get across this? Yeah, there we go. This is where I'm probably going to make my fire for right now. Just so that we have something. I went ahead and made some sticks. You can do it by just going over here and crafting them up. Let's go over by campfire. We should have plenty of stuff to make a campfire. Yeah, right now. See, we're starting to get freaking cold. Big time. Staying warm. Light a fire. Yeah, I'd love to. I would love to. We're going to be lighting a fire in just a second. Okay, there it is. Let's go over here to the fire. Put it right on the edge over here. F to open. You have to do a couple of things. We have one match. One match. Well, one set of matches, I guess. Throw in some fuel. Ignite. There we go. And now we have a fire going. Grab our chickens over here. We can go ahead and butcher them. In general, I would say just keep your chickens dead, because I don't think that they spoil that way, as amazingly as that sounds. We also have a fire starting kit, of which we can make a couple of things, which is going to be super important. You always want to have a ton of logs on you, so you can keep restocking the fire, because the fire is basically your life, and if it goes out, you're going to be real sad. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let the night go by, and I'll see you boys in the morning. All right, boys. Sun's starting to come up. Go over here by our fire. If we can, we need to keep this fire going as long as possible. I'm gonna go ahead and cook these chicken breasts over here. Get them nice and hot. In fact, while we're doing that, we can probably chop down a couple of trees. That's what I've been doing. I've been getting a lot of logs and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, one of the things that you can do, again, you can craft and do stuff as much as you want. So let's go ahead and get all this cordage done. Always be crafting if you can. There's no reason not to. It doesn't slow you down or anything like that. It doesn't really do anything. It's just pretty important. What the hell was that? Oh, that's just telling me that a couple of planks have been crafted. Well, that's nice. All right, I've been cutting up trees. Let's make sure to check on our food. You can burn your food. We're looking for cooked. Yes, right there. Let's go ahead and eat one of them right now. I'm going to put the other one over here. Let's fill this up with fuel for the moment. Hopefully we'll be able to find this place fairly easily. If we don't, that's going to suck. Again, you can make your base command unit, which allows you to get back to where you are super simply. But the problem is, if you do that, hunters begin to move in. So I'm kind of leaving it the way it is. I'd like to get more kelp if we can, because the kelp has been really good for nutritional value. It doesn't give you a lot, but it gives you something. And in a game where we haven't been treated with a lot of anything, that's super nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at all this kelp. It's like a freaking smorgasbord. This is basically the cattail stalks of subsistence. It's so good. Oh, yeah, there's a bunch more. Oh, hold on. We are drowning. There we go. I'm pretty sure we were drowning. I think that's what that was. Man, it's like the great box drought of 2017. This is ridiculous. I have not been getting enough boxes. Even when, like, my attention is not on boxes, I can usually find a fair amount of them. It's like I'm tripping over them usually. And now, I've gotten nothing. And it's caused some problems. Although, luckily, thanks to our ability to have, whatchamacallit, kelp, which is giving us hydration, our hydration problems aren't as bad as they could be. Come here, chicken. Come here, chicken. Oh, son of a bitch. Did I just run over you? I totally did. I ran over the chicken, and thus I missed him, and now I'm out of stamina. All right, I went ahead and crafted myself a bow and some arrows. Bows are pretty easy. All it takes is cordage and sticks. I figure if I'm having such a terrible time with friggin' finding boxes, maybe I'd have a better time with a bow. Let's go in here in the water real quick, though. Again, the more kelp we can get, the better. Oh, this is fantastic. This is a great friggin' diet we have. Kelp, and like sometimes, if I'm lucky, blueberries. Hallelujah. A box. How can this be? It probably won't have any water in it, but whatever. Again, if I have to eat kelp for a while, we'll eat kelp for a while. Wow, we are getting a lot of arrows, though. That's pretty good. Oh, another box. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. This is what I'm used to. And, of course, a bunch of nails. Thank you for that. Now we're getting some stuff. Now we're getting some stuff. It probably doesn't need to be said, but I cannot drink nails. As hardcore as I am. Man, we're finding a lot of good stuff. We're just not finding the stuff that's, you know, going to keep us subsistent and alive. All right, bear. You just wander your happy ass that way. All I want is this box. I don't want no trouble. I do have a bow. You do not want to hunt bears with a bow, by the way. Wow. All right, even more electronics. Even more of everything else that I really don't need. Oh, that's a chicken. I wonder if we can kill it. Hold on. Damn. Missed. I gotta get used to the bow. Man, where the hell is this arrow going? I've got to shoot at a tree or something. I know some people had mentioned that they had been shooting at trees in order to kind of gauge where the hell the arrow goes, and that's probably a fantastic idea. Right over here. There it is. So, if we check... There's a freaking bear right there. If we check this tree out, and we aim right about here, it looks like it goes... Oh, did it break? Usually it'll just stick into the wood. Alright, well, fine. Alright, one more try. About here. Okay. So it went a little bit low of where I would expect it to go. Alright. Got a couple of boxes looming around. There's just a lot of friggin' wolf activity around here. I haven't even been able to get back to my fire just because I've been trying to get all the bare necessities done. I really wanted to get some base building in too. The base building is actually kind of cool. It's very easy to do. Everything gives you a lot of leeway. So in a lot of games where like you have to have perfectly flat ground and stuff like that, you do not need to do that here. Ooh, there's some stuff right there. I'm gonna go grab it. Another box over here. You don't really need to do that, and it gives you a lot of flexibility in kind of how you want to build your base and stuff like that. I feel like I have definitely not subsided as well as I could have. I'm very rusty. I can tell now for sure. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Subsistence, just to kind of at least understand a little bit of how the game goes. But yeah, if we could, I mean, if you go over here, we could even make a foundation and stuff like that, and the wall, which we would need. I just need to get back to our campfire, which is kind of where I want to craft it. I just don't have enough time right now. There's so much I want to do in so little time. The startup of the game takes a little bit longer, I would say, than most other games of its type. I mean, if you're really good, you can probably find everything you want right away. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me see if I can just get a little bit of base building in for you guys. Let me kind of wander over here where our original campfire was. Way the hell over here. I at least want to do that for you folks, just to kind of show you how it works. So what you would do is you would select your item. You see right over here, we're dying of malnourishment, by the way. You would select your item, kind of put it however you like. I'm going to keep mine pretty much level for right now. So that gives us a little bit of a base right there. In fact, real quick, I'm just going to eat something. We have a protein bar, which is good because we're getting hit from the fact that we don't have any protein on us. And we have a wall over here, and we can just snap the wall in, like this, for instance. Now we have a fire nearby. We have a wall in our base. Obviously, you can build this out as much as you want. This is generally what you want because it allows you to get the base command unit, which we could also build. I have plenty of wood and everything for it. I just don't want to do it quite yet, again, because I don't want the hunters to move in quite yet. Guys, hope you're enjoying Subsistence. Until the next time, folks, stay foxy and much love.